Hi, this is John, the Answer Man. In this episode, we're going over the basics of how to prep a subfloor for porcelain or ceramic tile. This is for a concrete floor only. Wood floors require special preparation. The first thing you want to do is remove all baseboard or trim that meets the floor. Next, remove any and all debris from the concrete and make it clean enough to eat off of. There are several tools to assist you in this. What you're looking at is a chipping hammer with an attachment that will remove just about anything you can think of. There is also a wide variety of solvents. I don't endorse any of these, but it's a good example of what's out there. If you do use these, make sure you have good ventilation. Do not try to save time by tiling up to the baseboard. As you can see in this photo, grout was used to close the gap between the tile and the wall. Removing the baseboard gives you almost a ½ inch of play when you cut and lay your tile against the edge of the walls. It also forms a 100% watertight seal when properly caulked. With the floors clean and the baseboard removed, you need to level the floor. There are two ways to check for level. One is to use an extra long straight edge. The other is to simply pour water on the floor. Wherever water pools, that is a low spot and has to be filled in with self-leveling compound. High spots need to be ground down using an industrial floor grinder or a hand grinder for smaller areas. Both of these products work amazingly well and should be used whenever a floor is more than 1/8 inch out of level. Please note here that the larger the tile you use, the more important it becomes that your floor is level. The cracks you see here are from a high spot in the concrete. Are you ready to lay tile? No, you're not. You have to do layout first. You need to know where you're going to start laying your tile and where you're going to be doing your cut. I always recommend starting in the corner and doing one line perfectly straight. If you look at the diagram, you can see a checkerboard design. Ideally, your layout will look like the first diagram, where the tile size combined with the grout lines add up to cover the floor exactly. That is not going to happen. I recommend that you lay the floor out so that all of the outer edges match as shown in the next diagram. The proper way to lay out your floor is to use a chalk line to snap your lay lines. You want to snap your lines so that each square will accommodate 4 tiles. This is where the math comes in. Assuming you are laying a 14-inch tile and your grout lines are going to be 1/8 inch, your squares will need to be snapped out at 28¼ inches, as shown in the diagram. Take all the time you need to make sure your snap lines are perfect, since crooked tiles can be spotted 200 feet away by a one-eyed sailor. Before we finish up this episode, once your snap lines are laid out in a 4-tile format, use a can of clear coat spray paint to seal the chalk to the floor. This will keep your chalk lines from smearing and improve the overall quality of the tile job. That just about covers everything you need to know to prep your subfloor for tile. As usual, comments are welcomed on this channel. And if there are any flooring contractors out there that would like to share a tip or two, I'd like to hear from you. Once again, thanks for watching and have a great day.